What is up, everybody? We're in a good mood today, surprisingly. What is up, man? Good evening. Let's get rid of that. Look at the new logo back there. Is that pretty cool? I gotta change it right there. I gotta change that. But one thing at a time. One thing at a time. This will be an open forum, so because I'm a content creator without any content, right? Um, so there's that, right? So I got my other screen up so we can kind of look at some stuff. We don't have to talk about trucking. We can talk about music. We can talk about whatever you want, whatever you want. And yeah. So, anyways, I hope everybody's had a man. It is hot out there. It is hot, hot, hot. It's been muggy. We finally got a little bit of rain, but it was like just the amount of rain to like tease you and say, hey, it's going to be even muggier now. And we got what we call the motorcycle bugs all buzzing around. What's the real name for them? Locusts? Is it locusts?
I think that's the ones that are similar.
Yeah, locusts. They're buzzing. So I was going to do this out in the front porch, but I decided I'd do it in here in the nice air conditioning because it is. We're hotter than Florida right now. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So, anyways, guys, I'll do some shout outs. We got 23 people in here. I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you like my new background because that's going to be the main background, except when I'm talking trucking stuff, then I might put my beautiful green piece of machinery behind me. Anyways, as you can tell, I'm kind of in a decent mood. Um, Been a pretty good weekend so far, knock on wood. So, anyways, we are. Let's see. Let's get this party started. Shannon, good evening. I almost said good morning. I'm used to doing this in the morning. Good evening, everyone. Made it home today, hanging out with the kids and grandbabies. Awesome. How many grandchildren do you have there, Shannon? Do you have like 15 or so, or like one? Obviously, you have more than one. Gary, what's up? How are you? Sam, I am. Good evening. Nothing Woody is in the house. The scribe. Good evening. Fate Trucking, what is up? Thank you for your membership. Sweet. Just pulled over in West Virginia. I'm surprised you got a signal. There's that stretch of was it 77 that like I would literally have to walk to the end of the rest area parking lot to tell the wife goodnight when I was going through there all the time. William Buck Brown, perfect timing. I just started my tent in Little Rock. I hope you're at the Petro. Uh, I have a hiding spot just outside of Little Rock that I always park at. Although I don't know how much of a good of a hiding spot it is now. You don't like me anymore. You don't return. You called me on Saturday morning when I was in the middle of things. Cascade. Quit being the victim. Jerry, what's up? I'm just kidding, Cascade, but yeah, I forgot to call you back. I'm sorry. Saturday was kind of hectic yesterday. Or no, today is Saturday. Did you call me this morning or was it yesterday morning? Man, I'm kind of out of it. Cherry, what's up? Scott SRO Logistics. Evening all. What's up? Red Diesel. Hey Scott, did you like that band I sent you? I sent Scott like an Italian dwarven metal band. I don't know if you liked it or not. Shannon, I have no idea what that means. Fate Trucking, get yourself a membership. Yes, get yourself a membership. Thank you, Fate Trucking. It's a shame that Trucker Josh lost his YouTube channel to hackers yesterday. I heard about that. Yeah, they were talking about it in Pale Rider's feed last night, which I guess I missed the second part. He texted me, but I was in the middle of something, so I couldn't quite get in the second one. But yeah, it was. Yeah, dude, that would be bad. 100,000 something subscribers. That's a lot of lost revenue that someone just stole off of him. Mr. Berger, I saw a video. I was thinking about you today. I saw a video. It was on YouTube, I think, and it was down playing a Pantera song with Zach Wild. It was recorded the other day or yesterday, I think. So I thought of you. The audio is not great, so I didn't send it to you, but it's like a video from a phone in the crowd. So love the logo backdrop too. Awesome. Good deal. Good deal. So I'll tell you a story. So for a long time I've struggled getting logos for any band that I was in. Even though I know like a bunch of artists, to get one to do something is next to impossible. And so finally, this one person put up. I guess I followed him a long time ago. The guy specializes in heavy metal band logos, predominantly like death metal bands. And there's a lot of death metal bands that want their logo as unreadable as possible. and and I told him I wanted, and he had some clearer ones, and I said, look, this is what I want. And he made it within a day. He made it happen. Paid him $110. He sent me like 18 copies, all with different colors. And this is the more textured one. This is probably my favorite, but I'm probably going to go with the green one when it comes to the merch stuff. So when I get the merch stuff done, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than the other YouTubers. So I think you guys will like it, and the members will get first dibs on that. So Cascade 105 and dry where I am. I had to go outside and fix my APU. Ugh. What's that carrier doing to you? How many of us in here ride motorcycles when we get the chance? I am not a motorcycle rider. Too many crazy drivers in this area. I did think about getting one of those little scooters, but again, I don't trust people. Sage, what's up? Mr. Berger's talking to Shannon. Everyone saying stack your cash. Me, I'm buying a reefer trailer. Some big changes going on here. Freight trucking. You know what? If it's an investment and it doesn't put you out, and it'll help you increase your income, your net income, not your gross, but your net, then you'll be good to go, right? Pneumatic Brit. Stephen Chat just stopped at a Flying J in Georgia. Well, I'm glad to see your truck is rolling. Stuart, what's up? What's happening? Hope you're doing well there at the company that everybody's talking about. In Marion, Illinois, on the way back with the other trailer. Good deal. Scott just bought a couple of trailers, so there's that. So let's see. Shannon, LOL, not 15 grandbabies. They better not do that to me. I have 4. 7, 4, 2, and 1 years old. Sounds like a party. We have 0. To strip pneumatic brick of his wrench. Oh, well, just kidding. Fate trucking. Don't be so mean. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Britain. Everybody's boss man. That's you guys. He's just joking. Watch one of your old videos. Didn't recognize you because you didn't have the beard. I did recognize your voice. Yeah, Ryan, it's funny. I refer people to my IRP live feed I did, and I was like 100 pounds heavier and no beard. And yeah, I definitely changed over the years. And then if you go to my old, like if you're watching this on the Snorelord OG channel, which I think there might be 2 in that one, you definitely see the transformation from when I first. Actually, there's some apnea footage on that one. Mr. Sick One, what's up? I see you in there. Mr. Sick One is a person that used to play drums in a couple of bands I've been in. It was okay. It just didn't sit right for me. Okay, well, that's understandable. I wasn't in love with it, but I figured I'd throw it at you, see what you thought of it. Yeah, I keep hearing Zach is the guy for the Pantera. I think that's official. I think that's legit. Let's see. DIY, what's up, man? DIY, yeah, man, we'll have to do the book review soon when we're both free, which that's a lot harder for you. So, pneumatic Brit Shannon left out Wednesday and Thursday blue coolant line, so $700 later I'm running, and life now seems good, so looking to stay out until the end of August. There you go. Chuck for life. I never got a text from you, so I figured no news was bad news, but hopefully it'll be through on Monday. Right? Alternator belt shredded. Ugh. Yeah, I had to replace my alternator on mine, so I wonder if it was just time it got locked up. SRO is a good place to be. Scott's a fair dude and easy to work with. Shameless plug for those empty trailers. Yep. Yeah, you guys like trucking is hiring too. Actually, I don't know. I think we might have our trailers filled with a couple of people that we got scheduled to come on. So, and if I've talked to you about like trucking, don't worry, you still have a spot. It's to the new people, but Scott SRO is a good person. Steve Berger, that's where he's at. Everybody check out Berger's channel. He's making some changes to his channel and his style, and I think it's going to be good. If we can only convince him to do some more guitar feeds like I do, that would be great. Greetings, hotel time. What's wrong with your truck, dude? What's wrong with your truck, Sterling? Half your face keeps vanishing. Good. It's because Sage wants me to get a green screen, so this is very annoying to him. They said everything was good. Just wait until. All right, cool, good deal, man. Well, you still got a spot, so. Hi, y'all. Hope you scallywags are all good with both feet. Good to see you in here. Are you going to have the Artisty or Sulk logo? Yes. Probably pretty close to this style. What do you think? What do you think, Chris? Do you like it? I think it's pretty cool. Please. No, I can do this and just. Well, that's not too bad. Hey, you got my address, Sage. Just saying. I have a spot in the trailer available. Oh, wow. Yeah, you do have a trailer, don't you? Well, there you go. Cascades wanting to add some drivers. Truck's good. I just had an argument with it. I hear you. I just did a guitar video. Nobody likes the new stuff. LOL. Oh well. I've been watching. I didn't see the guitar video. I made it through a 2-day breakdown earlier this week. If I didn't have PACCAR, it would have been a half-day delay. That's the bad part about PACCAR. PACCAR is just as reliable as any of the other engines. It just takes longer to get to them, right? Owner operators illegal in California. Well, it depends on how they're set up. If you're leased onto a company, then yes. If you are your own authority, then you're in good shape. So that's the thing. So let's do this. If you want to come in, I will put the link out. If I don't know you, or if you're using a troll name, I probably won't approve you. So there's a private chat if you want to tell me who you are. All I ask is that if you're driving, put it on microphone only. I don't want to contribute to your illegalness. What's up? Sitting here with a 78-year-old man that showed me how to roll this whole game 30 years ago. Nice. Good deal. Is he still rolling? You get some of these older people still driving trucks. I know Dooner's dad still drives. So I'm not ever planning on running to California. And that's the thing. If you're based and garaged out of California, that's where you're going to have trouble. That's why Landstar, Schneider, Prime, all those big companies stopped accepting contractors out of that state. And then they're not the only state. I believe Schneider won't hire you out of Massachusetts or New Jersey. So there's that. So how do I feel about the Pantera reunion? So I think it's the wording that everybody's tripping on because so I'm kind of in the middle with it, right? And that's a great question. Thank you. I'm headed for showers. I smell so much like a trucker. Birds won't fly over my truck anymore. So here's the deal with the Pantera deal. To call it a reunion is kind of misleading because Phil and Rex, the surviving members, have done projects that were tribute before. In fact, there's a concert of Down playing, which Down features Rex on bass, and then it has what's his name from COC on guitar and Kirk Winstein from Crowbar on the other guitar. I don't know who's playing drums on that. And Zach Wild will come in and they did a Pantera song. It was pretty cool. And Charlie Benante is an exceptional drummer. Those of you who don't know, he's from Anthrax. I suggest going through all the Anthrax. And he was one of the first ones really doing blast beats back in the day. So there's that. He's kind of a forefather of grindcore. But anyways, um, but to call it Pantera, it's no different than what Kiss is doing now. Now Kiss is doing like it's pretty much a Kiss tribute band with Paul and Gene. So it's not quite the same, but they're calling themselves the same character. So it's a little bit different. But I'm not like I don't know. It just depends on the motivation. Like if the Abbott family gets a cut of this, then that's great. But I would more or less call it a Pantera tribute than a Pantera reunion because there's nothing to reunite because Rex and Phil have been doing projects together for quite a while. So that's not really a reunion, is it? So if it's a money grab, I'm against it. If it's a tribute that puts money in the Abbott's bank account, if that's what they need, then great. And I have questions whether Phil can still sing a lot of that. The last time I saw them live, he could barely get through Cemetery Gates, which that's one of their main hits. Their main tunes is Cemetery Gates, and he's hitting notes that I don't think he can hit there anymore. So there's that. And I agree with that. You can never have a reunion, so to label that's BS. I love Zach, but you can't replace Dime or Vinny, and that is true. I mean, it's kind of like why Led Zeppelin doesn't reunite. Number one, I don't think Robert Plant can hit those same notes, but it would be an obvious money grab. And I think that they're so rich and famous that they don't need the money grab, whereas Pantera might be a little bit different. So now I'm going to address this, John. Good evening. To me, Vinny and Dime were the heart and soul of the band. Well, that is absolutely true. And by the way, Mr. Sick One, he's got a great story of when he got to hang out with the guys from Pantera when they were through here. They had a chemistry. The four of them had a chemistry, right? They tried the glam metal thing, wasn't quite working. And there was when they were doing some shows with X-Horder was like, hey, you know what? You ought to go this direction. And they did. They went in the thrashier direction, and that's where you got Cowboys from Hell. And there was a chemistry there. You could see it when they played live. You could hear it in the albums. And obviously it was egos and money and everything else that broke them apart. And ultimately that was what the fan that shot Dime was upset about. But you're obviously never going to get that chemistry, right? Now, there's a lot of, if you look throughout history, a lot of bands, like people brought up the point, well, Metallica, it's only, two original members from the original group. It's like, yeah, but that's a little bit different. James and Lars were the main songwriters to the band. And yes, did they lose a little chemistry when they lost Cliff? Absolutely. But at the same time, it's still those two. So you take the two main songwriters that were brothers, and it completely changes the dynamics of the band. So if you want to go out there and do a Pantera reunion and book it as like not a reunion but a tribute, like, okay, this is the closest thing you could see to Pantera that you'll ever get, so let's do that, then that's great. But if they mark it as Pantera, that I don't know, I have a little bit of a problem with that. Either way, I really don't see my point being really taken seriously. So I think the Pantera fan base is split on this from what I've read. Yeah, and they are, right? I'll keep my memories of Pantera in the 90s. Saw them probably a dozen times. Got to meet them all and hang out and party with Dimebag for an hour. Great guy, just like old friends cutting up. And I think that that's where it's at, because why else would they do this except for money, right? Yeah, like Skinner and AC/DC is the only band to pull it off. Yeah, and that's because they, yeah, I mean, that's a little bit different though. They're kind of a different generation. So a lot of these old bands, like old bands, even older than AC/DC, don't have hardly any original members, you know. Um, and if it's a vocalist, that's a little bit different. Um, like you can replace Phil pretty easily, but you can't replace Dime. And it wasn't just because of how much he shreds, but it was the style that he had, right? I wasn't heavily influenced by Dimebag Darrell, but I definitely respected what he did. And Pantera had kind of a different groove than the other thrash bands out of the day. You know, Metallica had come out with the Black Album, and a lot of the thrash bands were trying to be the Black Album Part 2. And then Pantera just came out and said, we're going to do something completely different and go the other way. And it worked well for him because a lot of the ex Metallica fans went to Pantera and Slayer, and that was it, you know. So, um, you know, bands change over time, anyways. You know, I don't think I could tell you a note off of Great Southern Trendkill, but I can definitely tell you the whole album of Far Beyond Driven, which is my favorite album, by the way. So, what's up, Cody? Let's see, going to see Robert Plant and Alison Krauss next month. Awesome. I bet you that'll be a good show, LVC. My wife is probably jealous of that.
Your wife is jealous of that.
There you go. You heard it. They had the opportunity before Vinny died. He never wanted it to happen. That is true. And yeah, I agree with that. That's not an interesting concert combination, right? It's amazing all the members of Black Sabbath are still alive. Yes. And you know, in Black, I'll use Black Sabbath as a perfect example. So I remember I used my Flying J points, my pilot points, to buy the Black Sabbath album 13. Now, Black Sabbath did a reunion where it was all four of the original members, and it went very well. But then, you know, Sharon being Sharon, there was a tiff about Bill Ward, and he was like, "Screw this, I'm out." Or they said they weren't. I don't remember if it was him or them or both or what. Um, and so the new drummer, who's Vinny Appice, I think is that who did that. Um, now I got to Google that. Someone Google who was the drummer on the album 13 by Black Sabbath for me. Um, there was something lacking with that album, and I can't quite put my finger on it, other than I think that when you listen to early Black Sabbath, you hear like a jam band, kind of a blues, kind of a off the cuff kind of vibe to it. And that was Bill Ward doing that. It wasn't just like, okay, here's the beats that you need to do, which is kind of what 13 sound like. And that song God is Dead or something. I think he says that like 15 times in that song. I absolutely despise that song. So the new Black Sabbath didn't do nothing for me. And so when they were touring, with three-fourths of the original, we had an opportunity to go, but I didn't want to spend the money because Ozzy can't sing live. I mean, I don't care if you're a big fan of him or not, but he just doesn't have it in him anymore. I mean, and sure enough, I saw some live footage and it was just completely off key. And, you know, if you listen to any new Ozzy, it's very polished, very, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was auto tune going on. So, and I think the last Ozzy album I really enjoyed was the one that Miracle Man's on, that album. So you're welcome. Believe and Achieve. I like her title there. A couple years ago, I saw her and Chris Christopherson. That'd be cool. Cash is King. What's up, man? Hey now. Green Day is good. I can play one of their songs. Ooh, LBC Allison is the voice of an angel. Well, Robert Plant. Yes, William, they've been touring for years together. He can definitely still sing, right? Uh, I'm not as familiar. Look, he's one of my favorite actors in one of my favorite movies of all time, but I'm not as familiar with his music. I know that he's more outlaw country and you know, I saw Black Sabbath, Pantera, and the Deftones in '97 reunion tour. John, I think that was the one that they made that double live Black Sabbath album. That is a great album. I think I remember. I think I have that. That was a good sounding album, but yeah. Dime was one of a kind, and Vinny was the same way. I still regret to this day not hanging out with Dime when I had the chance. 10 years later, 10 days later, he was gone, and I'll never get that chance back. Yeah, that's definitely yeah. I get the drum tech for Chris Isaac next weekend. Nice. A few weeks ago, I teched for Air Supply. Happy tech for gigs. Sad drummer for music. Oh man. Those of you who don't know, Mr. Sick One is Chris Hansen. He was the drummer in one of my bands, old bands, Tragedy, and then he and I have been part of the metal scene for years and years and years. We were part of the original group, so he's been playing quite a while. Rockers lose their hearing, makes it hard to hear. Dave Grohl says he's hard of hearing. That is true. I wear earplugs. Chris is the OG Rubber Duck. Yes, absolutely. Sunday Morning Coming Down is a great song. I'll have to look that up. Brad Wilk did the album 13, and Tony Claffus was on the tour. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Okay. But 13 just it doesn't there's like maybe two songs I kind of like on there, and that's it. I was glad that I used my pilot points and not cash for that album. So No More Tears was a good album. Plus, did you know Lemmy and Motorhead wrote Mama I'm Coming Home? No, I did not. I think maybe I did know that. Um, didn't they both do Hellraiser? Like Ozzy's got a version of that, and Motorhead's got a version of that. And then there was Eat the Rich. That was another one. I don't know. I'm getting my stuff mixed up. But No More Tears was just overplayed. I mean, I just you know I don't know. It was just overplayed. And that was when they said this is the last tour that Ozzy's ever going to do. Remember that? What year did that album come out? Let's do that. No More Tears, Ozzy. Let's do overview. 91. So in 1991, he claimed that he wasn't going to tour anymore. That was a big fat lie. Let's see. What album is Miracle Man? No Rest for the Wicked. Really? Yeah. That was his last great album, I think. I'm just an old fogey talking about that. But I think it was just a big ploy to sell the song Mama I'm Coming Home, right? Salt Life Cruising, what's up? My wife and I are going to see Poison, Motley Crue, Joan Jett, Def Leppard, August 14th. I have a couple of friends that are going to see that, and I've heard that whether you like glam metal or not, Poison puts an extremely good show out there. And I think they're still fairly healthy. I think Bret Michaels especially is still a healthy person. So you know that Mole and Lemmy was actually a Cocoa Puff? That's funny. Kind of gross too. We're just a couple of old fuckers that refuse Yeah, I've been playing guitar more, and Mike and I have gotten together and jammed, and there's some stuff coming. Motley is the reason I started playing guitar. Wow, I didn't know that. But I've heard Joan Jett played in Springfield a while back. Now, the thing with Motley Crue, though, is everybody's giving Vince Neil crap for using a teleprompter. But let me tell you something. There's a show It's on YouTube where he's not using a teleprompter. And guess what? It sucks. And everybody's making fun of it. So if a look, I have to practically use a teleprompter for lyrics on stuff that I wrote, right? So if it helps Vince Neil put a decent performance out there, then that's great. But you can definitely tell the years of decadence have really, really catching up to him, right? Uh, Lemmy and Ozzy have a song called "I'm Not a Nice Guy" after all with Slash on guitar. Wow. No Rest for the Wicked, best Zach album in my opinion. I will agree with that. Ozzy's house in LA for sale, 28 million. Why is he selling? I like Steppenwolf. They have their place. CC DeVille does a solo as part of the show. He's pretty good when he's sober, right? He's a BC Rich guy, I think, or used to be. Yeah, he's having some health issues, so hopefully he's not canceled the show that Salt Life's going to be at. Pale Rider TV, what's up, man? Let's copy. This is open forum, people. If you want to come in, there's the link. We can talk about music. We can talk about trucking. We can talk about whatever the heck you want, but we're not going to get too political because political discussions are pointless in echo chambers. So, that's funny. Chris is the only one in the small channel.
I keep bouncing back and forth between the two. And
That's funny. Tommy and Vince got in a fight because Tommy called Vince Neil. Hey, LBC, did you see the Netflix show about Motley Crue? I thought that was pretty good. Although it was kind of weird to see the guy that played Vince Neil because I just watched The Punisher with that guy in it, and so it was kind of hard to see him in that role. He was a BC Rich guy back in the day. I don't know what he plays now. I live on YouTube. Chris, so do I. So do I. Pale Rider, mostly you missed talking about Pantera reunion and band stuff. Vince is getting a tad. Him and Axl Rose are both struggling with their insulin resistance. Cause of death or slowly rot? Which do you think? Oh, dude. You saw the hat, didn't you? I'm gonna have to put it to cause of death because I mean just the chords on that. I mean, don't get me wrong, slowly rot. Like if there's a 9 and 10, slowly rot is 9.8, and cause of death is a 10 when it comes to the scale of heaviness. But one that a lot of people don't talk about is World Demise is actually pretty freaking heavy itself. But as far as the overall production and sound with the guitars, it would have to be Cause of Death. But Slowly Rot is the one that really got me started. And they just released 2 live albums of their performance that they did during the vid, because Obituary pivoted during that time when they couldn't tour, and I've watched a few of those live feeds on the tubes on the TV, and man, it was a great production both physically and sonically. So my first song I learned guitar was "Smoke on the Water." That's everybody's first song, Shannon. I guess Nita Strauss left Alice Cooper's band. Yes, I just read that today with that one loony chick. I mean, I guess if it pays, but man, that chick is out there. What's her name? Demi Magato or Degat, whatever. She's loony and extremely narcissistic. The Dirt, I haven't seen it yet. It's good, LVC. You going to the Montmartre? Yeah. And I'm also going to Crowbar at the end of this month, which is actually 2 weeks from Tuesday, 1 week from Tuesday. I've seen all these bands. Hell, we opened up for Calibicapitation, but But Amon Amarth, Obituary, and Carcass, I've seen all them. So to have them on the same venue is going to be pretty cool. I don't blame him. Let's see. Nita Strauss left play with Demi Lovato as part of her touring band. Probably pays. Cause of death is prettier. Slowly rot is brutal. Yeah, I mean that's why they're kind of hard to, that's why they're kind of hard to compare, really. And Terry brings up a good point. Chopped in half, so you can actually understand John Tardy a little bit more on that. It's funny. So I'm a Spotify Premium member, and I don't know if regular Spotify has it, but you can see the lyrics, and they're doing obituary lyrics. It's kind of crazy. The album I'm not 100% in love with when obituary was the incomplete. The production on it just, I don't know, it just seemed rush. It definitely doesn't hit like the other two. My first song I learned was Wild Thing, LOL. I don't remember what my first song was. Maybe the first riff I learned was it might have been an obituary riff, but I think it might have been "Rock You Like a Hurricane" by Scorpions. That din it, din it, din it, and then the beginning of "Wasted Years" by Iron Maiden. I don't have any of their stuff, John, but I do like them better than Cold Chamber, which I believe it's the same singer. They're kind of like, they have all the points, but it seems like, I don't know, there's something missing with them, but I appreciate them. If I keep practicing, maybe I'll be able to play Smoke in the Water. Demolition Hammer destroyed at the Maryland Seth Fest this year. I've heard good things about that. Didn't somebody die? Like, I've heard somebody killed himself at that show. I heard a chick was like went into labor at that show. I heard it was just absolute craziness. Promoter asked me about Crowbar. He was clueless. I suggested that they would go over well. He appreciated it. He said he'd have a spot for one of my bands, then Crickets, so I saw it was booked. Yeah, it sucks that we had the opening spot for Crowbar years ago, but then Crowbar scrapped their tour and then started touring with COC. The album cover Cause of Death was supposed to be the cover of Sepultura's album Beneath the Remains, but Roadrunner Records let Obituary use it first. I heard about that. Have you heard the new X Holder? No. I think I've heard a song. Is it good? I know you're a big fan of them. Scorps, Priest, Maiden own the 80s. Absolutely. And the minute that Priest and Maiden goes on tour, I am there. I am there. Maiden is supposed to be playing in Tulsa in September. I haven't bought my tickets. Jeff offered to buy me the tickets, but I wasn't sure. I don't know. I think we might wait until close to the show, and then I'll give him a call and say, hey, hook me up. So, but I agree. I haven't seen Judas Priest, but I did see Rob Halford. I think for the album Resurrection. In Queensryche when they opened up for Iron Maiden, and Queensryche absolutely sucked. And it's a shame because I loved Queensryche. Operation Mindcrime is one of my favorite albums of all time. In the top 10. And they played one song off it, and they played a couple of songs off the first album, and you can barely, it was like listening to which I think the only original member was Jeff Tate and the drummer. So it completely had no soul. You couldn't even recognize the older tunes. Have you seen Rob Zombie remake The Monsters? I saw some clips. I don't know on it yet. You know, John, Rob Zombie gets a lot of flack. I thought he did well with Halloween 1. I wasn't a big fan of the second one, but I thought he did it well. And I don't mind the other series that he had, the House of a Thousand Corpses and what was the other one? The Devil's Rejects. It's pretty brutal. However, and it's a tribute to all the campy movies that he's watched, right? It's not nothing. It's like Tarantino. It's nothing really to be taken serious. But I like his movies better than his music. So, new X Order is good. It's like a mix between Pantera and Damage Plan now. more listener friendly, no more songs like less. Yeah, the first death metal X Order, I think that's long gone. That was evident with their second and third album. I'll go see Maiden in Tulsa with you, Snorelord. Jordan, we might do that. Morbid Angel with or without Vincent. I like the Illo the Venom Insanus. That album was okay. I actually like the albums without Vincent because here's the deal: Vincent was not the be all end all. He was a good vocalist, and the first two albums, first three albums are just amazing. Um, but I like the other ones with what's his face singing. So I'm not like it's one of those things that I'm kind of on the fence. Not really on the fence, but I'm kind of indifferent. I do appreciate every single Morbid Angel album, but I mean, Altars of Madness, Blessed Are the Sick, and Covenant are their best ones, in my opinion. Two Broke Tim, Alice Cooper was great when they were a band and not a person. The lead singer ripped off his bandmates and went solo. Let's see. Zenny, Halford looks like David Letterman these days. Yeah, he's got like tattoos on his head and he's got a beard. He's trying to catch up to me. What's up, Tyrannus? Let's see. That Maiden tour with Halford was my first ever concert. Wow, I bought the Resurrection album after that show. Steve Tucker, thank you. Thank you, Terry. And what band was Steve Tucker also in? Do you know the answer to that? What was the other band that Steve Tucker was in? Hate Eternal? Was it Hate Eternal? No. Okay. I've seen Steve Tucker play live, but it wasn't with Morbid Angel.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask who's the Morbid Angel guy. Are you sure it's not you? No, that's the other guy.
Ceremony? Yeah, this Steve Tucker Wikipedia page sucks. No, he wasn't in Nile.
Well, he did play with Nile on tour once. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, he wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, he was in Gateways, Annihilation, Monstrosity. Jared Anderson. No, Jared Anderson replaced him in Morbid Angel. Maybe that's where I'm getting. I've seen Jared Anderson because of Hate Eternal. That's what it was. Okay, that's where I'm getting mixed up. Guys, you gotta understand that I was in the Milwaukee Metal Fest like 3 years in a row, and so I've seen a ton of bands. And Jared Anderson, I think he passed away, didn't he? Yeah. Merciless Onslaught. My first concert was Johnny Cash. My parents dragged me along as a kid in the mid '60s. Terry's just putting out random stuff now. Okay, last one. Do you side with or without the Hoffman brothers? You asked the right questions. You got me thinking. Oh, we got Pale Rider in here. Hi, Pale Rider. I got to answer this question. So,
all right.
The first album that they did without the Hoffman brothers is a really great album because of the difference in guitar playing. I enjoyed that. But Once Upon the Cross and the first Deicide are the two that stand out with me. So So yeah. All right, Chris, you have a good night. Burger says I'm thinking about taking my youngest to his first show, Black Label signing on. Do it. Give him some earplugs and do it. Remember that show they looked all buff? We were yelling Fabio. What's up, Pale Rider? How's it going?
Nothing, man. What are you doing? Can you hear
I,
me?
lo- I love those shades.
You
Those
like
are
those?
snazzy.
Well, you know how us famous YouTubers are. We gotta, play the parts. So there you go.
You got like a Elton John thing going on.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh man,
I ain't got nothing against. I ain't got nothing against Elton John. Very
put him back on.
talented, very talented individual. Nah, I'm good. But y'all
Any
talk about
prescription?
all this metal and rock stuff. I was like, what? And you're naming these names of these bands. It's like I was thinking, what were they? Who's in charge of naming these bands? I guess the one guy is sitting at home and he said, well, we need a name for our band. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go out in my garage, and the first thing I see laying on the floor is the name of our band. So the guy goes out in his garage, looks on the floor, and the first thing he sees, Crowbar. Oh, that's the name of our band. Crowbar. Yeah, cool. So that's pretty
Oh, Pale Rider, you're funny. I like
I don't
Ozfest. I think it was a 2000 show. They had Pantera, Slayer, Megadeth, Typo, Hatebreed, and then Hatebreed. Then Ozzy did a set of his solo stuff, and Black Sabbath finished. Man, that's a lot of music. Glenn yelled out, if Boxcar Willie was playing, the monitors would be loud. Yeah, Glenn is not the greatest person to see live. Got to run. All right,
Boxcar
Scott, you
Willie.
take it easy. Yeah, I thought he passed away. I've seen Jared Anderson live. He was a great bass player and vocalist.
What was that
Um,
about Boxcar Willie?
so there's a death metal band that played, I think it was in Missouri or Kansas. It was Kansas. And Glenn is the lead singer of this satanic, wannabe death metal band. And known for just being an ass on stage, and he was having trouble hearing the monitors. He was really rude to the sound man, and he made the point if Boxcar Willie was playing the monitor, I would hear the monitors, and so that's a famous story.
Oh, I know, but
So
I guess
Jordan,
most people don't know who Boxcar Willie is.
yeah,
So,
Jordan says don't diss Crowbar. See,
oh,
Pell Rider.
I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just saying I was just using that as a reference of how people get the band names. Like they're, they're driving down the road one day and they see a squirrel get smashed. Oh, that's the name of our band, Smash Squirrel. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, yeah.
Pale Rider, you have no idea. You have no idea the band names that are out there. Trust
I
me.
know, I know,
Trust me.
I know. I've been around the block a few times, Snorelord, so I know all about it.
Good to see old Pale Rider. Osa's glad to see you. I like Dream Theater. Yes, Dream Theater is great. I think Pale Rider would like Dream Theater. I think he would.
I've
I
heard
like
of 'em,
a
I
little
haven't.
Camp of Course with Marms. Oh, that's easy.
Corpse Grinder, what the heck?
The Bleeding is their best album. However, Corpse Grinder is a much better vocalist, especially now. Have you heard that new
Corpse
16
Grinder,
Under?
Cannibal Corpse. Jesus.
Pale Rider, don't be scared.
I'm
If it
scared.
wouldn't hit me on the AdSense, I'd play some for you right now, just to let you know what it sounds like.
I'm sure it's good, great music.
Reacting to
I'm sure it's great music.
My wife just gave you a good idea. Here's what Pale Rider needs to do.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You need to do reaction videos to death metal albums on
Then I'll,
YouTube.
then I'll get copyright.
No, I think there's a way around it.
I could probably do it on TikTok and get around it.
do it all the time. I think you just can only play like so many seconds at a time, and
Yeah, Canal can help you with that because that's what he did.
No, I could probably do it, but I couldn't do it on my Pale Rider TV channel. I could
Do it on one of your small channels.
start a separate channel.
Flock of
Well, I don't
Seagulls and
know.
Small Pale Rider. See that is
Flock
that
of
is
Sea.
good.
Oh yeah, I love Flock of Seagulls. 80s rock, man. 80s rock.
I did a dad joke the other day. We're driving down the road, and I go, and I'm gonna have to leave here at 9:30. But I go, this song started to come on, and I go, man, this song's about the Middle East. And she's like, what are you talking about? I said, Iran. And it was like, oh, haha, funny. It was a bad dad joke.
There you go. That's funny.
Now, see, Jordan agrees. You doing so? Yeah, do it on TikTok, right?
Now there's
React
a
to
guy.
Cannibal Corpse.
There's a guy on TikTok that he does the opposite. He's a metal guy or at least a rock guy. Can't think of his name, and he does reaction videos to country songs. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so you could be the opposite. And dude, I could man,
I don't have.
Pale Rider, I can loan you some music that will make you just go, what the hell is wrong with Steve?
Well, you already gave me some of that a few years back. no, no, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, if Terry in here, if I played him some Disgorge or what's some old Carcass, dude, you'd be like,
Carcass.
like old Suffocation. Oh, dude, you'd be like, what the hell, Steve?
Four guys were walking through the woods. They just started this band. They're walking through the woods. They say, we need a name for our band. Yeah. Oh, there's a dead rat over there. Carcass. That's it. Yeah, that's the name of our band.
And the guys from Carcass, they're all vegetarians, by the way.
That's funny.
There's a band called Cattle Decapitation, and they're vegans, and they talk about like,
cattle decapitation. Wow. Good Lord.
Terry, I mean, Pale Rider, I'm just scratching the surface here. I mean, you need to look. If I'm going to support any kind of TikTok channel, this would be the one. I would actually, if you started to do this, I would actually get a TikTok going just to see your reaction videos, and I'll supply all the music.
That's a lot of work. I got enough to deal with. 4 YouTube channels, a Facebook page, and 2 TikTok things. So I'm busy. Been trying to help Trucker Josh, but there's not a whole lot I can do. But just put it out there and let people know. A lot of people didn't know, and they were going in and YouTube searching Trucker Josh, looking for his videos, and the first thing that popped up in the search was Asian Mike, because he did a video about it, and I did 3 videos about it actually. And guess who pops up first? Asian Mai. Then I'm right under Asian Mai for search results. So
that could help your channel.
They were finding. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, I agree with Malevolent Creation. Their second album, Retribution, is my favorite. Behemoth, Jordan. Behemoth was literally the best death metal show I've ever been to. And that's saying a lot. But yeah, it sucks what happened to Josh. But yeah, I mean that could give you some views. Maybe would he do an interview with you? If you know you personally?
I asked him early last year if he wanted to come on the show, and just never had time to do it or something. So, but
I bet
I'd probably get him on there now.
Right.
But he posted. He tagged me in his post on his Facebook page, Trucker Josh, thanking me and Asian Mai for doing the videos. Yeah, that was an unexpected. I didn't even think about that at the time when I did the short. Then I did the 2 live streams last night. After the one, I got aggravated and cut it, and I went back and got my Mozilla Firefox back and went live again. All those are doing pretty good. The live stream replays are like killing it. I never got that many views on the replay.
Oh wow!
Both of them, I think, are over 300. And the and the short, it's going. I don't know where it's at now. 1,200, 1,300.
Well, I imagine.
I mean, it ain't big numbers, but it's
right.
Good numbers for me anyway.
Well, I imagine that people are like, "Did you hear about Trucker Josh?" No, man. Let me check the chat, or let me check the search, and then that's where your stuff comes in. So that's probably where that's coming from. So.
Yeah.
But,
so yeah, I didn't think about that. at the time, but last night after I started seeing these numbers going up, I said, "What the heck?" And I got thinking, "That's right. People don't know about Trucker Josh, so they're going to YouTube looking for his videos, searching Trucker Josh. What pops up? There you go."
What do you think of the name Butthole Surfers, Pale Rider?
Now that's kind of creepy there. That's kind
Go
of
back to
creepy.
LVC statement. What?
What?
You should
Yes.
start a YouTube channel and just title it "What?"
What?
Exclamation point, question mark.
There you go. What?
And then just do like these 30-second like shorts. It's nothing but 30-second shorts of you of something playing. And you go, what? And then that's it.
What?
I think that will go viral. Everybody put a thumbs up in the chat if you think that would go viral if he just did that. That was all his TikTok.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I can hear the chat on here. Let me see. Yeah, if I read the chat, I can't.
Who's shining their headlights in their windshield? That's
There we go.
annoying, man.
I can see the chat, but I can't see the screen.
Are you facing a fuel island? You got a bright light there in your face.
It's just a light.
Or is it a guy with a Freightliner with his headlights on who's already gone to bed?
No, I don't think anybody in here tonight's got their lights on. Where's my light? I got a light.
Awesome new logo. Thank you, Dying Breed.
See, I got my light here.
There you go.
Hold up. Oh, that's too much.
I still got my tough tested light. I use that. I can dim it down a little bit. This ring light that I got for the house, it has like 58,198 different colors and
Yeah.
brightnesses, and I'm just like, oh wow, I've got every color in the spectrum. I'll just do white. So where are you at, Pale Rider?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yep.
That's a hot freight area right now.
I don't know.
It is. I'm
just
telling you.
through.
I know you don't know. That's why I'm telling you.
I'm just passing through. Not hanging around.
Ring light, new logo, and he's some kind of Dying Breed. You know, since I'm not driving as much, I got to do something, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I like your logo there. It looks pretty good. Looks real good.
I can get the guy to make you one if you want a new one.
Oh yeah.
I can hook you up.
Sure.
Maybe it'll be a Christmas present. I'll pay for it. It'll be a Christmas present.
Cool.
Or when's your birthday? You know, you're turning what, 45 in February? You're turning 45, 46, somewhere around there?
What? 39. Come on, Snorelord.
Oh, sorry.
Trying to make me older than what I am.
Are you still picking up?
You want me to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
You missed it last night, Snorelord, on the second live stream. I timed out somebody, Daniel. He's still mad at me.
Why? Why'd you time him out?
Just messing around. It's only 300 seconds, and I got thinking, I'm gonna time out for 300 seconds. That ain't that long. When I got to figuring after I timed out, I said, "Oh crap, that's 5 minutes." So
still, 5 minutes is not that long.
nah.
John Kirkpatrick says you might like the band Texas Hippie Coalition.
Texas Hippie Coalition. I think I've heard of that name before.
I bet you can't guess where
What is that? John.
John Kirkpatrick.
Okay, yeah, okay. I can see when you put it up there, but it's in small, tiny writing.
How about the band Fart Barf? I haven't heard of them.
Fart Barf?
Yeah. LVC is more in the punk thing, so he's probably heard some loony stuff as well. I wonder if LVC was a Gigi Allen fan.
Gigi Allen?
Yeah. Have you heard of Gigi Allen?
I think so.
Yeah,
I've heard her name.
He's dead now. But he was notorious for some pretty rude stuff that he did to his crowd. But what do you
We were
Huh?
talking about Alice Cooper earlier. I remember back in the '70s when Alice Cooper was hot stuff. He'd go to his concerts. He'll be doing all kinds of weird stuff himself. He was like I think he's before. I don't know if he's before Ozzy biting the bat, but he was starting started all that stuff. Alice Cooper. That's some weird stuff.
Here's a not well known topic or fact. My mom worked at the nursing home that Alice Cooper's grandmother was in years
Oh
ago
yeah,
in
yeah. I
Phoenix.
think you told me that before. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then later on, like about 6 or 7 years ago, my mom was coming back from Phoenix, and she actually met and hung out and chatted with Alice Cooper. He was right there in the airport. He didn't have really a big entourage with him or nothing. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, Gigi was insane. LBC. I've seen the video. I think it's on YouTube as well of his last show, which literally played like one note and then pretty much just ran around New York City half naked. And I think that was the night he died of a heroin overdose.
Wow.
But yeah, the dude was off the chain. I would tell you some of his antics, but it's not friendly for the airwaves here on my channel. So,
I hear you. I hear
but
you.
so when you come over, oh, by the way, Pale Rider, I noticed last night you were talking about needing a new laptop. Okay,
Sure. I got a laptop fund. Nobody's donated yet, but we're hoping.
if you
Anyway, I'm
come
sorry. Go ahead.
if you come to like trucking, I will buy you the laptop of your choice.
Oh
Laptop of your
man,
choice.
what is that?
That'll be
Bribery or something?
that. No, it's called a sign on bonus.
Is that legal? Can you do that?
The sign-on bonus. Yep, Alice Cooper does live in Phoenix. That's why my mom was kind of connected to him. And I asked my
Phoenix.
mom, I said, Mom, did you bring up the fact he used to take care of his grandmother? She's like, no, I didn't even think of it. I'm like, that would have been a great, like, hey, by the way, you know,
Yeah.
of course, that might have sounded like BS. Yeah, man, I took care of your family members. Yeah. So I worked with the
Yeah.
lady that her son was a guitar tech for Sepultura. That's cool. I don't like newer Sepultura. I think they've lost kind of the soul.
What? Sepultura?
Sepultura.
Sepultura. Okay.
Sepultura.
I'm trying to think how they came up with that name. What is a Sepultura?
Oh, they're from Brazil, so it might be something
Oh, might be yeah,
Portuguese.
Latin,
Yeah, Portuguese.
Portuguese. Okay, Portuguese. Yeah.
I almost said Brazilian, but that would have been wrong.
Brazilian's a nationality there. So, Lord, come
I
on,
know.
man.
I know. It's also a way to peel off all your hairs and all your private parts.
Yeah, wax style.
Soulfly. We got to open up for Soulfly. Yeah.
Soulfly. Now that sounds like a band that James Brown would be part of. Soulfly. Yeah,
Superfly. There you go.
I like that name, Snowfly. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to open up for him. It was a big show, but I don't think we were quite everybody's tea. I mean, we didn't get booed off the stage or nothing, but we didn't quite get the same reaction that we usually do when we open up for the bigger bands. But
Well, look at it this way: not getting booed off stage, that's a pretty good accomplishment there. So, congratulations.
I can easily say that I've never been booed off a stage.
That's good.
The no, we had Apnea had a pretty good run. I mean, I'm pretty proud of what we did. The Spectre said he would buy Pale Rider a new car if he signs with him. Well, when's he going to drive it if he's going to be still driving a truck?
I know.
That
He goes,
doesn't
come,
do him any good. Now, laptop he can use,
I'm,
right?
Spectre never shot that offer my way yet, LVC. So I think it might be BS. I think LVC might be BS and it's Snorelord.
Yep, I'll hook you up with. I mean, brand new laptop. I'll even let you use my trailer if we're short a trailer. Get you a steady gig between Arkansas and Laredo and back, and you'll make just as much money now, but a third of the work.
A third of the work.
A third of the work.
Hmm.
You've been booed by your own kids. That does not surprise me, LVC. I miss LVC's old school parodies.
I know it. I wish we can do a Friday Night Live and LWC can don one of his parody masks, and go to town. Go to town.
Pale Rider is the only YouTuber in our little circle that's ever met LVC in person. So there's that.
Yep. Yep. Well, he kind of met me.
He stalked you.
Uh, yeah, he
He kind of
stopped. I
scared
said,
you,
"What the
didn't
heck? What the heck's wrong with this guy?"
he?
I get up and look out my window. I'm in the bunk. I said, "Who's that guy standing out there by the truck? What the heck?" And I went back, laid back down, and I got a text. And there was a text message. It was LVC. It's, "Oh, that's you out there." So
LVC says he can find anyone. That's not hard to do in today's interwebs.
that was funny. That was funny. But yeah,
Well, wasn't that back when you were driving the Pro Star?
I was in. Was it the Pro Star? Or was it the? Yeah, it was a Pro Star because no, it was this truck.
Oh, was it?
Because right after that, on my way out of there, I think it was the same trip. It's
Yeah,
when I broke
your
down
truck
there
broke
in
down, yeah.
Coachella. Yeah.
You almost died because you're trying to walk to the hotel because you couldn't get a cab or an Uber or whatever.
I got so aggravated and everything. I said, "Screw it! I'm going to walk back to the damn truck stop." A little bit further than what I planned and what I was thinking.
That is true, Zenny. Some nights are better than others on vocals, right? Are you guys going to join the 55 mile per hour club? No.
Okay, did I miss something? What is this 55 mile an hour club?
Well, Truckers Coach and 404 Dave or Gorilla Dave,
Oh,
whatever he's calling himself. Stewart, I don't know if Stewart's in that club, but they've been talking about their fuel savings is coming from driving the trucks at 55 miles an hour. So it's created this big controversy because everybody's obsessed in whatever Coach is doing, which I have no idea why. He's just another YouTuber. But yeah, so if you see an Arter truck doing 55, it's probably one of those guys. So
I think I may have. I forget if I come yesterday. I think 20 east out of Texas. I got behind an Archer truck. I said, "How the heck is he driving so slow?" I said, "That's where Coach and them are at over there." And I went ahead and passed him. But I didn't think to look over to see who was driving. But now you mentioned that, that was probably one of them because they were going about 55.
you
And,
know you're slow
and
when
you
Tail
know me,
Rider
yeah,
close
that's
your doors.
right. I was getting ready to say, you know me, Snorelord, I don't drive 70 and 75. I go, 65 the most. And for me, I had to pass it by. No, they were going slow. Yeah, and there was Arthur truck or Arthur or whatever, how you say that.
Yep, that's the thing. If Pale Rider blows your doors off, there's something either wrong with your truck or you're at Arter Express trying to do 55 miles an hour.
Or you better get the heck speed up and follow me. If I'm going that fast, there's a reason, something behind me.
LVC
I
said
get
he offered to fix your truck, but you turned him down.
what? He offered to fix my truck.
Yeah. Like, did he have a match or something or what?
I don't know. Oh, I think he gave me a couple numbers or something where I could get an alternator.
It's bad when
But
Prime passes you. Yeah.
but at that time I couldn't. I was still paying on the truck, so people running my maintenance escrow, they got
Your alternator.
that's all that stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's right. He did. He had me some numbers or something. I could do that now.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Like go to Lake Trucking and haul some spot market freight
Yeah, I could. I
for a
might.
new laptop.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you have to. I can't just sell my soul for a laptop. That to,
Sell your soul.
it would have to be. I don't know. I'd probably throw in a DSLR camera or something with it.
Hey, whatever it takes, man.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Last time there was somebody negotiating with you. Now you're negotiating by yourself, so that's not
hey,
fair.
I don't care what Jeff says.
No, not
If I
Jeff.
if I have to pay for it myself, I would.
Who was it on the other live stream that y'all were doing that? And it was somebody else. Who was the other one? What was it? Spectre? That was.
I think Spectre was throwing you a couple offers. Yeah, it was when you were on the phone with or on the video with Canal.
Oh yeah,
And
okay.
Canal and Spectre were trying to get over there, which they tried to get me over there too, like years ago.
Yeah,
But
what the heck's up with Canal? That one short period there, 4 or 5 days, he was on YouTube, and after he did the live stream, he's disappeared from YouTube again. What the heck? I haven't seen him back on there. Have you? Nope.
no, well, he's gonna do
And
day trading. Maybe there's not much to day trade right now.
yeah, really.
Throwing a
And that,
lifetime of tacos, LVC says.
uh,
Well, if he's running predominantly between Little Rock and Laredo, he would have a lifetime of tacos. And yeah, tell Pale Rider he gets a lifetime supply of lime Topo Chico if he comes over to Lake Truckee.
ooh, now you're talking.
Yeah. Hey, whatever it takes, man. I know Pale Rider does his pre-trips. I know he drives safe because I've driven with him. I know that he's very conscious about his time, and he knows a thing or two on these roads. And
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Just a
and
rookie.
you
I'm a
know
20. I'm a 27-year-old rookie, according to Daniel.
how many trucks we've got?
How many trucks y'all got now?
We're around 20.
20.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We could be at 21 if Pale
I'm
Rider
happy.
wants to come over.
I'm happy.
I know you want to go to GNC Family Trucking. I know that's what you want to do.
I didn't even talk to Mr. Charles, and I don't know. I don't know if I got a message from Triple T today. I guess he had snuck up on Mr. Charles somewhere from Michigan at a truck stop or something. And they talked for a while. And I said, I haven't talked to Mr. Charles, and I guess he's mad at me or something. I don't know what I do.
All right. Wife just left.
Uh-oh.
She went to go pick up the youngest. So, Pale Rider, you'd be happy to know that the car that failed is a Ford. So you go and gloat now.
Well, it happens.
So
All
here's the deal.
brands.
So my wife was on the way to something and it showed a transmission fault and
Ooh.
it was having issues shifting. So we were able to limp it to a shop and they looked at it and said, "You're going to need a new transmission."
Wow.
And they said that normally it could be rebuilt, but most of these shops don't want to rebuild them anymore,
Right,
especially
yeah.
these cheap throwaway cars. It's a Ford Fiesta, so
Oh,
it's not like an expensive car. And so we literally paid like 5 grand for for this car, and a new transmission would be about 4 grand.
yeah, there you go.
So we're just gonna cut our losses and just get something else. So
There you go. Yeah, see, I think you posted on Facebook the other day. Maybe it was YouTube. Talking about I gotta go car shopping again. I hate it.
I do. I despise it. Now, I will say that the internet makes it a lot easier now.
Yeah,
If the car dealer will put the freaking price of the car on
I
the
hate
damn
that.
website. But at any rate, my youngest is kind of bummed because she really loved that little car. So we're probably going to get one similar to it, but hopefully something a little bit more reliable. So because look, I say shit about Chevy versus Ford and all that, but the reality is that all car brands have a throwaway line.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
throwaway Ford lines are like the Fusions and the Fiestas and you know things of that nature. Just like Chevy's got their versions, and
Yeah.
so
Exactly. You ought to get you a Tesla, man. Invest in a Tesla.
no.
No.
You're
Okay.
gonna pay the electric bill to charge the damn thing.
Now you just go up the street to the charging station, charge it up.
Screw that. No more Ford, says Mikey. Mike. Yeah, Mikey. I don't know. My F-150, knock on wood, is still going strong. It's a 2002. Of course, it's only got 170,000 miles because I don't drive it as much. And that's the other thing. If I want to get a vehicle, like I see a vehicle that's 5 years old and it's got 200,000 miles, I'm like, that's dumb. So
That's a lot of miles for a 5-year-old car.
right, but I'm seeing a lot of that. It's crazy. So we're actually probably going to get something that's going to have a few payments, and I despise doing that.
Uh,
We went to a car dealer. It was one of those buy your player pay here places.
yeah, yeah.
Literally 16.5 interest rate on the financing. I'm like, you gotta be high.
16.5.
Yeah. Like almost $5,000 on the cars that we're looking at in financing fees alone. I'm like, yeah, you can go
That's
take a hike.
crazy. Yeah, if you can find a good car from an individual or something, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Hyundai wants to sell Class 8 trucks in the U.S. I've been hearing that rumor for a while.
Hyundai,
It'd be nice. I'm surprised we're not seeing like those cab overs like you see around
Scania,
Laredo. Yeah, the Scanias.
Scania, and the Mans, and I don't see a lot of Scanias down in Laredo. I seen that one man truck down there that time. That guy came up from somewhere down in Mexico. I got a video on my YouTube channel about it.
I've seen it. I've seen
He
it.
couldn't speak any Spanish, and the guy that was down there working the cow, he could speak Spanish, but I mean English, but it wasn't all that good to translate. So,
Hmm.
like, yeah, one time I wish I could speak Spanish. I can't do it, but he let me go in the truck and look around. It was like, man, what the heck? This is crazy.
Yeah,
I
their
mean,
cab
I
overs are
mean,
different.
I mean the windshield's like there's not a very short dash, and then there's a windshield, and it's like right here. You're what the heck? So
Did you ever drive a cab over back in the day?
yeah,
I mean, I've ridden in them. I mean, my dad had several, but I've never got. The only thing I've driven is a cab over school bus, and that was just for
uh,
one time. But I kind of want one. I see them for sale at like the Joplin Truck Show, and I'm like, hey, wife, be a good project truck. Go to these truck shows and pretend I'm old school, and it'd be awesome.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's how truck driving school. That's how we learned how to drive. It was a cab over. I guess it was the last line of cab overs, and then that's when they started getting rid of them. But it was Everybody had them. Snyder had them. JB Hunt had them. Builders Transport had them. They were internationals, and they were. We used to call them buses. It sounded like a bus, a city bus, not a school bus, a city bus. I learned it. Yeah.
LBC
Then
learning cab over. Two Broke Tim said he saw a Renault cab over Renault truck.
yeah.
Let's see what that looks like. Renault. Is that a big truck? Two Broke Tim?
I seen some Renault 6-wheelers,
Oh wow!
diesel.
Holy crap!
I haven't seen any. But them guys over in Europe, the Scanias and all them, man, they take pride in them trucks. You ever seen some of them pictures? I mean, it just like the show truck circuit over here, they got theirs over there. But man, them things are crazy.
Oh yeah, let me share the screen. Look at that one. That's pretty cool. That's a Renault.
Oh
Is that a
yeah.
Renault?
Oh okay.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
like you got that one. That's pretty cool. No, I'm not logging in to see more. That's kind of neat. There you go.
It ain't bad. They're all right.
I guess it says sign in. Okay, you are signed out. I was like, I don't think I ever started. This is from Pinterest, I guess.
Ah.
Oh, look at this one. There's an Iron Maiden one. That's not it, but Avenger.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the Iron Maiden one.
All right.
Let's do Iron Maiden cab. Oh, oops, over. Man, I can't type. Oh yeah, here we go. This is my truck right here. If it would load. Oh, what the hell? That's not happening. Okay, let me look here. Oh, that's a Facebook page. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Let me go to images here. Oh, it is on images. There we go. That one's not Facebook. No. Truck Planet. That means, oh, it's for sale.
Ah.
Kansas City. Dude, 20 grand.
What is it?
It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's an old Kenworth, but it's got all this Iron Maiden stuff
I don't
painted
like
on it.
them. I don't like them wide steer tires.
Well, it's a heavy haul truck. Pale Rider.
'Cause that's a different one there. I didn't know it was heavy haul.
Somewhere in Time. Wow, this is like 20 grand. Might have to go talk to the wife. Wonder if it runs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it just is it got a description on there where you can find out if it's what motor and everything's in it?
Let's see. Cummins NTC 6-cylinder diesel, 400 horsepower, air conditioner, cruise, engine brake, Eaton Fuller 9-speed,
9 speed. Wow.
differential lock, 10,600 pound front axle. That doesn't seem right. Is that right?
600.
10,600 pounds, 38,000 pound rears, 48,600 pound GVWR.
Is that an extended frame too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only
All
thing I don't
right.
like about it.
That's what makes it right there.
Got 100.
Well,
Got 17,000 miles on it. That can't be right.
117,000.
No, says
Is it?
17,000.
No, that's not. 17
Maybe
million,
on a
maybe.
rebuild.
What year is it?
I don't see where it says the year. I'm sure it does, but I don't have my glasses on and everything's small.
I hear you. I know the feeling. Oh, it's crazy.
Judging by the headlights, I'm gonna say it's probably early '80s.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That's nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah. You gonna buy it for me?
Sure.
The reserve's not made yet, so who knows what the reserve is. Should I put a bid on it? See what the reserve is going to be?
Do it for just for fun.
It says this item is subject to Missouri sales tax. No, it ain't. Not if I use it.
It was Kansas City, right? Oh,
No, not if I use it for commercial use. I am tax exempt in Missouri.
yeah.
The Ritchie Brothers deal.
Oh, Ritchie Brothers. Okay.
Yeah, so I was telling. That's not the Iron Maiden truck I was thinking about, but yeah. So there's that. I know there's a European one too.
Hey, Mr. Peterbilt, got a headlight out. Got a headlight out,
If
sir.
it's a Peterbilt, that truck should be telling him that he's got a headlight out.
That's a three. Oh, it's 389 maybe.
Thanks, Shadow Wolf. I'm glad you like the new logo.
What's up, Shadow Wolf?
I love. You know what? I'm glad you said that. Peterbilt 362. That's what my dad had.
2 feet.
Peterbilt 362. Ah, yeah, right there. Wish I could find. Oh, this might even be. No, that's not it. Oh, that's the single axle. Let's see. Why is a Freightliner? Google. This ain't a Freightliner. Google's stupid. That's not the. So let me share the screen again.
All right.
All right. So this red one here. The hell. There it is.
Oh yeah,
This
it's
is what my
nice.
dad had. It had the double
It's
wide
nice.
sleeper. Now
Yeah.
my dad had an all silver one with a stainless steel reefer trailer. This is a 1985, so that would have been about what his was. If I had the money, I would buy this truck
Yeah, it's
or
nice.
one like it. So Mikey knows what's up, man. Mikey knows what's up. Hino has a Class 8 trucks are owned by Toyota. Let's look that up.
I know. I know how you say it. No, that's not.
I know
You ever store that cab over there, that 362 Pete?
trucks.
Just
Yep.
think of your fuel mileage. You get about 2.5 miles a gallon. Cause you're just driving a flat surface into a wall of wind. That's one
Yep.
reason why they changed all this over.
Yeah, but why does Europe still use them? Their fuel's higher than ours.
Well, I guess they redesigned the cab over style a little bit better than they did over here.
Is that a Hino truck? Toyota.
Cause
There we
those
go. Look
cab
at that.
overs, Those cab overs over there don't look like bricks trying to get through a wall of wind.
Is that
What
what
the
you're talking
heck
about?
is that?
That's a Hino. Zero emissions.
You don't have to mess. Any
Hydrogen
trucks
power.
there are owned by Toyota.
It's powered by hydrogen.
Hydrogen power.
Yeah.
That ain't bad looking truck.
Looks like everything else. Best cab
Yeah,
as of this year, is my opinion, is the Volvo.
Google it.
Google the Volvo.
Yeah, cab over.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
think they make them over here. They make them over there.
um, I think that one trucker chick I like, Angelica Larson, drives one of them. Volvo cab over.
Yeah, I don't even watch her videos.
I do. All right, so what's a good one? Let's see. Let's do this one. Is this a Volvo? There you go. There's LVC's dream truck right there.
You gotta share the screen, Snorelord, so we can see.
Oh, I'm dumb. There we go.
I don't
And a
want to say
picture.
anything.
Well,
Is
I'm
that the
glad he said
Volvo?
something. I'm sitting here looking like an idiot.
Is that the Volvo? Yeah, that
Yeah.
looks like that's a European. I see how it's up there on top, how it's kind of rounded up, kind of
Mhm.
get aerodynamic a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they put the sleeper up there now. It's like they double stack it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Truckler life. Good night. Have a good night.
I know they have a lot of, how Europe is older than the United States as far as their infrastructure. So I've seen some of them. I used to follow a bunch of guys there on YouTube that drove trucks over there. And some of the places, man, it's just what the heck. So they gotta have cab overs really just to get around some of them old cities and old towns, man.
Oh yeah.
Be
Clyde
driving down
says,
a driving
what?
down a 2-lane road and to be houses right up against the road.
Right.
What the heck?
Clyde, I think it was in Kansas City. Yeah, I delivered at Coca-Cola in
What's up,
Huntsville,
Clyde?
Alabama, and they had a whole fleet of those Peterbilt 362 cab overs.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. Yeah, it looked like 84, 85. Tennessee,
Yeah.
good evening.
What's up, Tennessee?
Tennessee trucking is making the move. Yep, you're the first one on the accident scene. I was at a Peterbilt shop in Columbus. That's all they had in the lot was a Hino. Wow. I guess the Hino is going to be a thing. Nothing witty. I don't know what that means. They have other trucks. Europe uses cab overs because of length issues, right? And what do we do with our cab
Yeah.
overs? We lengthen them. I like to look at cab overs, but I love the truck. I have a 2019. Now, here's the cab over everybody should have. Australian cab overs.
Australia cab overs.
The Kenworths. Look
Them
at
guys,
this.
them
Look
guys
at
are
that.
so tough down there. They don't need sleepers. Them truckers down there, they don't play. They're
What the
serious.
hell?
See, Australia got to get their short trucks because they got to haul the road trains and stuff.
But yeah, this one right here, I can't blow it up because it's on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's a nice looking
Now
truck.
Hilton, Hilton. He said that his friend owns a bunch of those. He goes, after the first 100 miles, you're over it.
That's funny.
But like, let's look at this one. They got those big guards right there. Like, see, so this is what
Yeah,
they did. That there's an indentation in the windshield, so it's a little bit more aerodynamic.
yeah.
Of course, they put them, kangaroo things on there.
Rear guards, yeah.
There's a heavy haul cab over Kenworth. I would love to have. Here's one with the mud flaps in the front.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm waiting for someone to bring one over here. I wonder if it'd be legal to drive here.
Well, I don't know. I guess you have to. Yeah, you're right. With all the EPA restrictions and all that we got, so
Oh, their trucks are EPA.
FMCSA, ours. Well, they might have different laws than we have over here. I don't know. Maybe not.
I'm waiting to be able to delete my truck because the EPA lost their power.
So anybody could delete their truck now and not worry about it, right?
That's the rumor, but See, I
Yeah.
would rock. I would totally rock this truck right here.
I know I haven't heard anything official about that. I just heard through the trucker grapevine that yeah, the EPA got spanked.
I
I don't
like
know. I
Terry
didn't.
Cab over the best, Fonzie. How about Terry Cab over Kid? That truck looks
Yeah,
cool. Yes, it does look cool. Nothing witty. It means your
that
cat was behind me.
Fonzie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just let her in. Hino trucks are made in West Virginia. I remember
What?
I was on. Well, yeah, Toyota. I mean, most of the foreign cars are now American cars, right? So it would stand like, for example, Volvo and Mack. I remember I was on the I was on the CB radio and somebody was bitching about all the new trucks, like some old school guy, and he's like, "There's no real trucks except Peterbilt, Kenworth, and a Mack." And
Yeah.
I got on the TV and said, "You realize that Mack is owned by Volvo?" And he cursed me out. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Fuck you, dude. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Ooh,
dude.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
man.
So I tell that guy he's on Facebook and he buying all these Macs. He's been talking highly of Mac trucks for the last I don't know 5 or 6 years. So Mac is the same thing as a Volvo, right? Man, he cuts me up one side and down the other.
Yeah, I mean, they're practically the same thing. I've been inside one of those new Macs. So when I was looking to buy another truck, um, they remind me of my old Volvo that I had, like the 6.7 or whatever,
Yeah.
wherever what those old ones were, the smaller ones, not the 780 or whatever it was called, but um, and I'm like, man, I'm not spending money for a sleeper that I wasn't in love with. So, but I like how the new Macs look. I think they're pretty cool,
Yeah, I don't mind them. They look good.
and I've
I'm not saying that.
I've actually climbed on the steps and have touched the convoy truck, Rubber Ducks Mac.
Oh,
Yeah, it's sitting there it was, I don't know if it still is, but it was sitting there in a museum in St. Louis. That was a shining moment of my career,
I
of
bet you
my
could
life.
have that at the Iowa 80 museum out there.
Man, man, if I had a lot of money, I would buy that truck and just have it, just to have it. But all right, Pale Rider, it's getting late. Um, we've been at this for an
What
hour and
time
20
is it?
minutes.
No, I hadn't been on here that long. I've been on here about 10 minutes, I think, right? About an hour, because you said at 9:03 or something, you had to get off at 9:30. And
Yeah, I
here it
forgot
is,
that my wife
9.
is going to pick up the kid, not me. So I'm playing Uber this week because of
Oh,
the car being down.
I
Luckily,
know
my
that.
son, his job is now at home, so
All right.
he's working from home, so that's cool. He's pretty excited about that. He's doing pretty good with it too.
The new age, work from home. I love it, man. I always, even back in the 70s when I first started, teenager working, they say, man, I wish I had a job I could stay home. Now it's very possible.
It
It's
is.
very possible. And then
Yes.
COVID, I mean, whoops, I didn't say that. The C word, pandemic, it even brought that on even more, make it possible people are working at home. So,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, all these people would rather invest in technology to work from home versus office space.
Which,
And you still have to have the technology in the office space. So why not?
which I know, I know. it's kind of a silly concept that it, you have one office building, people drive to that one office building to do something that they can do at their own homes. Talk about saving energy and
Yep.
all that crap. Wow. Just if you can do it, now there's some companies you can do it like a steel mill. You can't work at a steel mill and do it from home. You got to be actual at the plant to make the steel, but still
Well, they call it
technology
that.
companies and all that, they can do all that stuff from home and stuff.
Well, think about that. So you can literally be inside your home, work from home, have your whole career at home, order your groceries, order your dog food for your dog, order any
Perfect.
restaurant food you want. You don't even have to ever leave the house.
Perfect. And if you want to talk to somebody, just talk to them through Messenger or
You don't even have to. You can
text
do it
message
right
or
here on the
something.
computer, right?
That's right. So it's perfect. Perfect for a introvert. Perfect.
Yep.
I love it though. What bothered me a bit, I could just retire right now and stay home if I can afford to.
Well,
Wouldn't
that's
bother me a
another
bit.
opportunity at like trucking is you can work on the dispatch or broker side and you can work from home like I do, Pale Rider.
But see, there's a but to that.
What's the but?
I gotta be on the road for a year or something to learn the ropes.
No. Do you know how many people are running dispatch services that haven't even driven the truck? Come on. Come on now. How many
Well,
brokers do you
true, yeah.
know actually have ever driven a truck?
Not many,
There you go. See?
especially not nowadays.
You've
I
got the
found that
knowledge.
out when I went with Builders Transport. There was a few of them here and there that drove a truck, but when I went to Builder Epps, they were bringing these people right out of college. Boom! Here's your computer. Here's your phone. Your dispatcher.
It's
And they
still
didn't
like that.
know their butt from a hole in the ground. Then they put these same people in a supervisory dispatch position, try to boss the drivers around. I told that one up there in Chester, Virginia, well, it, it doesn't matter, but I never went back to that terminal and never going to put me on his board. I said, nope, you go ahead and fire me now. I'm not going on his board.
Well, here's
So,
how cool the company I was at was. Me and Big Rig CEO were over there, and we created a driver's advocate group where we were kind of the liaison to the corporate
right,
people. Well, we suggested to them that the dispatchers actually get in the trucks and ride with the driver, and
right.
he implemented that, and that we were thanked a lot by the dispatch. Like, you know what? I didn't realize what you guys were going through, what it's like,
Exactly.
and even the CEO's son even did that, like got in the truck, and so there are some companies out there that do care. Like now, did they hire ex truckers as dispatchers? I don't know if they have or not. I don't keep up with them as much, but I know that the best recruiters are ones that were drivers. You know, I never liked the recruiters that came in and didn't know a thing
Yeah, they
about
just
trucking, but yet wanted you to work for them, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, that's about how it is now. A lot of recruiters never drove a truck. They fired lots of office workers companies, found out they weren't necessary. Yep.
Yeah, that's true. TQL was one of them. TQL laid off like half their people. Then they were
Yeah.
like, you know what? That probably wasn't a good idea. So they hired him back. So,
Well, that's I don't know. I don't
but
know.
anyways, Pale Rider, I'm going to kick you off here. Thanks for coming in. Thanks
All
for hanging
right,
out.
thanks for having me on. You didn't
I'm
come
telling.
back for the second part of my show last night. I was going to have people on. Nobody came on. You weren't there, so I don't know.
I'm
You
sorry.
were going through some stuff. I got your text message, so
Yeah,
all right, that's
but
fine.
I'm telling you, you need to start doing these death metal Pale Rider reaction videos on TikTok. You need to do it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Pale Rider.
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cannibal Corpse.
Yep, do
Double
it.
C.
I want your reaction to obituaries, one of obituary songs.
Obituary songs.
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right. If I do it, you'll be the first I'll contact to get me some
I
songs.
Oh yeah, I've got a whole list in my head right now that I can throw at you that I know
All
would
right.
make you go, "Holy crap! I didn't know this existed. I'm scared for my life."
All right. Yeah. Sound like a plan.
So,
You never know, man.
all
I
right,
get extra time. All right.
I'm gonna kick
Bye,
you
man.
off. Be safe, Pale Rider. I know you will be, but be safe. All right,
All right.
peace. All right, that was Pale Rider. Everybody, thanks for coming in. I'm ending this live feed. Thank you for the discussion. Feel free to watch replay. If you're watching on the small channel, it will be private for a minute till I can re-upload it. But other than that, make sure you subscribe to the old channel, the other channel. I will put it in the link here in the form of a chat. There we go. Subscribe to Snorelord OG if you don't mind. This has been a good live feed, man. I think. I don't know. I'm a narcissist, egotistical asshole. So there you go. Anyways, we're going to end this with some beautiful, lovely music that was written specifically for Just Pale Rider. Strength for today, hope for tomorrow. Peace.